All right, time for another day of voiceover, and I'll just... What? What the hell is he saying? Do I really need a coach? That doesn't make any... I can't hear you, it's soundproof. What the hell? You know, one of the strangest things about this industry is that every single coach I've had, without exception, has spent the entire session chewing bubblegum. Okay, not really, but let's talk about voice acting coaches and whether or not you need one right now. Hey guys, my name is Joe Zieja, and I'm the founder and CEO of LearnVoiceActing.com, where I've made it my mission to make the industry of voice acting accessible and to empower the next generation of voice actors to take control of their own careers without asking for permission. Okay, for a long time, coaching and workshops were the only ways to get better, get started, get connected, and learn the industry. Occasionally, you'd find some short-term classes, but you generally had to be in LA, and they weren't always accessible. And all of this cost quite a bit of money. Private coaching in any career field is expensive, whether it's piano or plumbing. Are there plumbing coaches? I don't know. Or voice acting. But since it was the only option for so long, I still get a lot of questions about whether people should jump into coaching. The answer? It depends. And I'll start by saying that I've used coaches many times in my career. I love coaches. I love what they bring to the industry. They've been invaluable to my growth, but they're not always right for everybody at every time. Let's break it down for a second by first defining what coaches do. A voice acting coach is usually an established pro who works with you one-on-one, usually for about an hour at a time, often maybe once a week. You bring scripts or they provide scripts from their library. You perform, they give feedback, and they may also talk some career goals with you. Most of the time, you choose your coach based on the type of voiceover you want to work on. Animation, commercial, corporate, e-learning. Each coach usually has a specialty, or at least a group of specialties. For me, I've used coaches when I've hit a plateau, or I've spotted kind of like a skill gap in a very specific area. I hire them for a month or two, we work on the problem, and then I move on. This is sort of how I recommend you use coaches. Have a specific goal, find the right expert to hit that goal, and then work until you solve that problem. So where do new actors go wrong? A lot of new actors try to use one-on-one coaching to learn the whole industry. That's not only expensive, it's a little bit inefficient, and it limits your exposure to different approaches. Sometimes you can even end up with sort of like a signature sound or a signature school that's basically your coach's style because you focused so much on one particular view of the industry. But here's the big point. The industry isn't looking for talent anymore exclusively. It's looking for talent entrepreneurs. You need acting skills and business savvy, marketing, branding, discipline, understanding the economics of the industry. Agents and coaches aren't going to do all of that for you anymore. That world is gone. You need to be empowered, like I teach people to be at LearnVoiceActing.com, to take control of your own career. So I usually don't recommend paying for a coach if you don't yet know the difference between a promo and a commercial, for example, or how voice actors find and book work on their own. Most coaches don't teach that. They're focused on the acting skills. And if they do, you're sort of paying hourly for something you could learn much more efficiently elsewhere. If you do want to learn the industry from the top down, and I'll make a small pitch here so that you're ready to get the most out of private coaching later, this is why I built the Voice Acting Academy. It's designed for exactly that, right? It gives you the full map before you start investing hundreds per hour in one-on-one coaching. Links in the description below. There's a coupon there for you too. I'll move on. Okay, let's talk about finding the right coach when it is time for you to get one. If you're ready for coaching, the best way to find one, I think, is through direct referral. Asking in a trusted community beats random Googling every time, which is one of the reasons I include several private vetted communities in my academy. When you do try a coach, remember, you're not gonna click with everyone, okay? Their teaching style might not fit how you learn, your personalities may not jive, their styles just might not work with you. I've done single test sessions with coaches just to see if we gel, and it's always worth the money as research because you're gonna be in there for the long haul, spending several $100s per hour with that coach. It should be good. You should test it out at least once and then decide, am I gonna go forward or am I not? There are some red flags for coaching and I wanna talk about them here. One of the ways you can avoid those red flags is, again, personal referral. Ask people, don't just randomly find coaches on the internet. Red flags, okay. If a coach says something like this, work with me and I'll put you in an agency, or work with me and I'll guarantee you bookings, run the other way. That is not how this works, and it might even be illegal for them to say that in some states, part of what's called pay-to-play laws, where you charge someone for a guaranteed job later down in the future, especially when you can't guarantee them, which most coaches cannot. Another red flag for coaching, coaches that tear you down. Constructive critique is one thing, okay? You have to be willing to take feedback well in this industry if you're gonna learn it all. But a coach who breaks your self-esteem to create dependency is another. Mentorship should lift you up, not make you reliant on them. So if you find that there's a coach that's kind of telling you, you need me, you need me, you need me, you need me because you're so bad, that's not a great way to coach either. The bottom line is there really are no hard and fast rules in this business, and coaching is no exception. I know successful actors who never had a coach, and I know others who started coaching on day one. Personally, I didn't work with a coach for my first couple years as a full-timer. That means after I left my job and I was making good money as a voice actor, then I went to coaching to kind of refine my approach, book more and different kinds of work. No two careers are alike. That's why I built LearnVoiceActing.com, to help people explore the industry in a way that works for them. Try lots of things. Try lots of coaches or no coaches. Find what works for you. Thanks guys for stopping by today. If you want to build that strong industry foundation, check out the Voice Acting Academy. There's 30 hours of training, an active private community, and a step-by-step career roadmap. There's a link below with a description, and if you don't like it, we give you your money back within the first 14 days. Thank you guys so much for watching and visiting LearnVoiceActing.com. Go get behind the mic.